Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third and short, Daniels. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, set.
Now Daniels to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. Has a lane inside the 25. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. Mike Evans with the touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Samuel now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That was Harold Landry making the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, maybe, but he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. From the gun, McCaffrey. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Play made by Deron Payne. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 47. Taken in by Dobbs. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He fires one deep down the middle. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Panthers getting back on his 6th interception of the season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. Our score, 6-0. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. He beams one deep right side. Brought in inside the 20. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Yes, the Carolina touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Dicker receiver on now for the PAT. And that's no good. His second missed extra point of the day. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this up across the 35 to maybe the 37. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Fits it through the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. He'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
On 3rd down, Purdy gets this one to Andrews. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Working inside the red zone. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
Play action now with Purdy. Pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. It's not loose.
Look at the childlike joy of these defenders. I love it. It's like they just scored a touchdown. That's what happens defensively. Just a terrific punch. Look at the swing at the ball and knocks it out. They get off the field with a touchback, but man, they are celebrating like they put points on the board.
And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Now Daniels off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's the 2-minute warning here in the 1st half. The Panthers need some big yards in a hurry. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So as they face fourth down, on comes Corey Bojorquez to kick. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. His work begins at the 31. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it'll be Giants football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Gets everything he has under this. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants make it a 1-score game before halftime. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Giants trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. This finds Evans, complete. It's enough for a 1st down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Coming right is Gibbs. Great run here. He's across the 35. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 1. Escapes the pocket. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And it's picked out by the Giants.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Purdy on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. Looking to throw, Purdy. He's throwing deep to the left side. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Now is Terry McLaurin on the target. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. back to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And that brings up 4th and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 25. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Bass on for the extra point. And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. A half a play still to go here as we're back to football in München. Samuel now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Pressure comes, Purdy. Throwing the out route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down throw by Purdy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Javon Holland there to make the stop. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's got Andrews. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants grow the lead coming out of halftime. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants push the lead to 2 scores now. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, he makes the catch. Impressive grab, but he should have let it go. They're going to lose yards.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third and long for Daniels. Launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It's a Carolina touchdown! The Panthers start the second half with some needed points. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown, his 2nd scoring catch of the game. And the Panthers leaving their guys out there. Look at this, they're trying for 2.
Let's go. The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion. Let's go! Let's go!
Keeping it on the ground. And he gets into the end zone. That lead is now whittled down to a single point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. His return starts at the 5. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He gets this one to McLaurin. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Purdy throwing here on 1st. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. 35 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Trying again following the sack. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
3rd and long, Purdy. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. That's one he knows he should have had. So that brings up 4th and long. Amendola able to put it through. And that'll push their lead to 4.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
2nd down and 10. Daniels finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Daniels on 1st down. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body, and in prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Purdy setting up that play action. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You can't start a fire without a spark. How about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that took.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. Still has room inside the 15. And he's finally brought down at the 9. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Draw play. This is McCaffrey. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves them a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
3rd and goal, McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They get 3, and it leaves them very close. 4th and goal from the 2.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right, decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one. one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Takes it just shy of that end zone. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Pass complete to Gibbs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. From the 27. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. Picked up by Shaq Thompson. And the Giants take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is clean, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys, keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
McCaffrey trying to punch it in. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Again, here's McCaffrey. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Giants go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown! Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Giants double their lead to 14. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's on the move. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. And the Giants get the